My name is Lori Bradner, and I'm with the Florida Aviation Network. We are broadcasting live and in the clear from the terminal building at the Sebring Regional Airport, and we are here celebrating Flying into the Future at the 14th Annual U.S. Sport Aviation Expo, celebrating 2018. And I'm here with one of my favorite guests of all time, Mr. Eugene Nock. Gene, thank you for being here with us today. And of course, you are absolutely famous. You are absolutely a highlight no matter where you go for the Batcopter and the Batmobile.
That's right.
Talk to us a little bit about that. I was so excited to hear that you were here in Sebring. I know you from Sun and Fun.
That's right.
So talk to me a little bit about that.
Actually, we were very excited to hear about the Sebring show here.
Really?
If you walk out on the ramp out there, you'll see some of these fabulous aircraft that are being built and, shown. And also, what is fun about this particular property is the racetrack's right next door. So when I departed Sarasota a couple days ago, it's a pretty pleasant flight. It's just, eastbound. And when I approached this area, I noticed the racetrack. And it's funny, is one of the straightaways looks a lot like a runway, and I find out that it was a runway.
Really?
But that's one of the reasons why I think all the race car pros here. I noticed the Andretti's airplane was out there. They have a jet, and also A.J. Foyt's jet was out there. When I landed, I landed next to theirs. And this must be one of the reasons why they're all out here. This racetrack is really first class. They have a 12 hours at Sebring. That's famous, and at a movie, and so we're having fun here with that part. But then right next door is our airport, and is this expo.
Now, let me ask you, is this, how long have you, I know we're in the 14th annual, they've celebrated this for 14 years.
Yeah.
How long have you been coming here?
Actually, that's my point. This is my first time. Yeah,
Okay,
I've heard of the race,
all right,
of course. And as you know, I think I've told you, we've had the Batmobile at the Charlotte Motor Speedway track, Lowe's, Motor Speedway, at the Atlanta track, Atlanta Motor Speedway, and also at Daytona a couple times for the Turkey Rod Run and their spring run. There's a few jobs out there where our kind of equipment always shows up, and we move right in and fit right in, because we are aviation and we're hot rodders too. We're car people. So this one was just an absolute perfection for us. There was just no question. My son and I are having a great time.
And who's with you? You mentioned your son, and that's George.
George Wilson Nock. I call him Wilson. He is my third oldest son. He's 28.
Amazing.
But he and I share quite a bit of passion for aviation and cars. So that's our fun that we, when we're on the road, which we do quite a bit.
Okay.
Our typical season, no different than the B-17 when it travels from EAA, or the tri-motor here, the Ford tri-motor when it travels. We have a schedule also. June, July, August, we're usually up in the New Jersey, New York State, and Connecticut market. That's basically ours. We're doing our events there, and
that's their summer. That makes sense.
Yeah, and it only makes sense, and they deserve their summer because they pay.
Yeah, absolutely.
They pay for their, they're winners.
They are this year, for sure. That's it. Now, I wanted to ask you a little bit, would you be willing, because I noticed you mentioned earlier as we were talking before you came on, about the museum in Hollywood, California. The Batman.
That's right.
What is that?
Okay,
and
so
that's new.
It is, first of all, it's fantastic.
Oh.
Awesome. The history of movies all originates in Hollywood, and I think everybody knows that.
Yes.
Okay. Studio City and all that. So Marilyn Monroe had her hair colored at this building called the Max Factor building in Hollywood for her first photo shoot. So that particular building still is there. It is now housing a Hollywood museum, they call it.
Okay.
And they did a specialized museum on the 66 movie and TV show because of the overwhelming popularity. And what has also helped, not just the toys that we know about that I've told you in the past, but now with this Me TV.
Yes.
Me TV has, Hogan's Heroes, Batman, Green Hornet, Green Acres, all the shows from the 60s and 70s, and some black and whites quite a bit, And that's a 24-hour station, so it's very busy. Well, that was in part put together with the Me TV people. So when the reveal was now January 10 for their gala opening, everybody that is in those TV shows on Me TV was there. So like Little House on the Prairie cast was there.
No.
Everybody that's still around from the Batman cast was there. Bewitched, the daughter was there. Remember her, Tabitha?
Yes, Tabitha.
So quite a bit, and also who else that was for? Lost in Space, Marta.
Danger
blonde
Will
daughter.
Robinson.
Yeah,
Danger
yeah,
Will
yeah,
Robinson.
yeah. So all of those people were there, and the subject matter of the museum was a collection of Batman stuff, original. Now there's still quite a bit of things out there, you know, cast used costumes, set used items, because it is California. They have it.
They have it. Okay, I was going to ask,
we,
where did
as
they
in
get
all of us, we filled up a whole museum, and it is a beautiful attraction. And it's open right now in Hollywood. And so I was really proud and glad to be part of it, because we own the original Batcopter.
Exactly.
And with that, as everybody knows, it's an aviation business. Parts become, timed out. And because of that, and because it was the Batcopter, we have kept all that.
Right.
So, and as a result of the Comic-Con's jobs that we have done with the stars, they've all autographed it over the years or taken photos, you know. It's part of the job, you know. So I let them borrow it, and for the time being of the museum, and it's in its own glass case. And if anybody's out that side of the country, go take a look. It is fun, and I'm proud of this part. I represent the aviation side of those TV shows, if you know.
Yes.
If you know what I mean by that. The TV shows were what they are. Everybody knows about those, but I represent the aviation side, so I'm really proud of that.
You never cease to amaze me, and you never stop. Gene, where do you get your energy? You just never stop. You are always doing something new, and that is why you are one of my favorite guests.
I'm motivated because I have 6 kids to support.
Okay, I must ask, Gene, and how old is the youngest?
Well, the youngest is 2.5. And his name is Easton, and he is hilarious. He just started Anna Maria, where we live. You know, we live in Longbucky. He started pre-K, 2.5-year-olds, pre-K, something like that. Yeah. And he is doing well. He loves his teachers, and he's happy to get there every day. So he's doing well with that. Then the next one up is Lauren Taylor. She's 8, and she's been on your show before.
She has.
She sings for the Pittsburgh Pirates, their national anthem, and the Marauders over in Bradenton. And also is an actress.
And I remember at Sun and Fun last year, she's never met a camera or a microphone. She doesn't like.
Yeah, no, she's comfortable.
She is you.
Yeah, she doesn't, but she's an 8-year-old little girl, and she's twice gifted.
Yeah.
And her mother and I, Jessica, we had to learn what that means, because you're not really clear on what this takes. You know, this there's a lot to a twice gifted kid.
Yes, there is.
But she still has the emotions of an 8-year-old little girl, so we have to balance that around. So there's a lot to learn from her.
Now, is she here with you? Because I know last time she sang for us.
Yeah, they have school today. They may come out a little later.
All right.
And then tomorrow.
Don't tell anybody, Gene. I'm playing hooky because you know I'm a teacher.
I know that.
So I'm playing hooky from school today. So don't say anything. That's my secret. Now, how long are you going to be here, Gene? How long can people see
we're here
the back of the Batmobile?
to the end of the day tomorrow.
Okay.
Which is Saturday.
Okay.
So today at noon we're going to be doing our show with sound, and we have our narrator out there. So we're going to fly the Batcopter and drive the Batmobile on the runway. And so that is noon today at Friday.
Fantastic.
And then tomorrow, once again, Saturday at noon.
Okay.
And it's our way of saying thank you to the first responders, of course.
Yes.
But our biggest push, as I think everybody knows that knows us, is we're aviators, and we wish to help inspire young people to fly.
Yes.
Airplanes and helicopters, that's up our alley. We like that. And I think that the Batcopter helps with that, because when they go to the Walmart, Kmart, Toys R Us, anywhere like that, that toy is for sale as we speak.
Right.
And yet they got to see the real one, and they can see it fly. And I think that's one way to get them tuned in to learn how to fly an airplane or a smaller, these smaller airplanes here, or even to buy one. In America, we can do anything if you dream, you can achieve. So.
Absolutely. And I can tell you, as an educator, and of course you with small children, anytime that you can take what they're learning in context in the schools and in the books, and you can make it a reality, and they can see it really happen, that's when we see the lights and the fires and the sparks ignite.
Oh, yeah.
And that's really what, that's what we're doing here. We're flying into the future. We're promoting the future. Now, what's next after you leave here? Where I must always ask, because there's always something on your agenda.
Yeah, of course. We do have a schedule, and it goes all the way again to October.
Right.
And our next stop is the Florida State Fair after this job. That's early February.
Yeah, that's coming up.
And that's coming up. And that's we interact with the great state of Florida. great state of Florida runs that and is in charge of that. So we've been there, I want to say 12 years now.
Really?
Yeah. So I have
That's
met many of the different past governors as well as the present governor.
Yes.
And so interact with them and get along with them as far as, and including the Department of Aviation for the great state of Florida.
That is fabulous. And you know what? That's wonderful to know, because if we have guests that are not able to come see you here, the beauty is that you will be at the Florida State Fairgrounds.
Yeah.
And so even if they miss you here in less than 2 weeks, they're going to be able to see you, meet you. Now, will George be with you again?
Yes, he will.
Fantastic. So they'll be able to see the Batcopter and the Batmobile there,
right.
Which is fantastic. Now, do you have plans to join us for Sun and Fun again this year?
It's possible that we'll be back. We have 2 different things going on, and we are talking to the Sun and Fun group, and so it's all about scheduling, and we'll do our best. As you know, we enjoy Sun and Fun, so we definitely want to be part of it.
Well, I have to tell you, I was so excited, Gene, to hear that you were here.
Oh, thank you.
I can't wait to meet your son, George.
Thank
and
you.
You can guarantee that we will be out on the flight line with the cameras.
Oh, that's great.
So even if they can't come here live and see you, they will be seeing it through our lenses, because I promise you, having seen you fly, I've watched you myself, having seen the Batmobile.
Great.
You don't want to miss that.
Thank you.
That is history, and that is fantastic. Gene, we can't thank you enough for being here today, and thank you I know that you were on yesterday as well.
Yeah, it is my push to give back. As I said, my motivation, I've been flying 41 years. I started when I was 17, and I'll be 58 in April of this year. So it's 41 years. It's hard to believe that many years has gone by. Aviation is just something that I do as part of my life. I couldn't imagine not being a pilot for a living.
Now, one quick question: is George an aviator as well?
Yeah.
How long has he been flying?
Actually, since he was a little young man,
Awesome.
We've always had airplane and helicopter in our life. So
fantastic.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Gene, I can't thank you enough. This is Lori Bradner with the Florida Aviation Network. We're celebrating 14 years at the U.S. Sport and Aviation Expo. We're here at Sebring Regional Airport. Please come join us. We've got a beautiful day here, and we look forward to seeing you soon.